So I started furiously reading to alleviate my snob anxieties, furiously reading, the criticism of good to great fiction writers, from hither, thither, 20th century, non-20th century. I'm just trying to remember who was I reading. Oh, well, of course I was reading Woolf and Orwell, I was reading Ellison, Mary McCarthy, Norman Mailer. That led me, to, well, I'd started to read Baldwin in high school, but, because we were taught some of those early essays, but, the literary as well as the more political, just to make myself believe that, remember that, criticism has a kind of purity about it, and that I hate it when people talk about writers and critics. I know what they mean, but it's probably that leftover, anxious literary snob in me that thinks, oh, wait a minute, I'm a writer too. But it had something to do with, wanting to know that, I could try for the highest, what's the old, I don't normally quote Matthew Arnold, but the best that's been known in thought, at least in terms of my standards. There was no low bar, you could be. There were great writer critics. And also the thing about journalism that is very hard, because I've taught it. I think it's probably true of any, trade craft school. There is a terrible tension, or there can be, between what's supposed to be the idealism of a university, meaning you are aiming to become the best journalist, to learn the highest standards of the craft, whatever your field is, and you are figuring out how to write a piece that the New York Times Magazine will publish, or, you're going to get that New York Magazine tone, or even, what are the elements of a McSweeney's essay? I've got them down. And